Hey guys, doing something a little bit different today. I picked up this 2000 Subaru Forester S. It's an automatic all-wheel drive, and as you notice on the dash here, I've got a couple lights going on. The first one I want to deal with today is going to be the check engine light. I currently don't have a code reader. Took my car to AutoZone. O'Reilly's also does free scans. You can do either if you don't have a code reader. The scan came back with a NOx sensor, and on this car it looks like it's fairly common. I could have bought a NOx sensor replacement at AutoZone. I think it was 60 bucks. It might have been 80. I went to Amazon and found this one for 11 bucks. I don't know if that number means anything, but just search Subaru, whatever you've got, year, make, and model, NOx sensor, or any other sensor for that matter. If you need to buy one, you don't want to pay the full price. Now, some people say you've got to do the dealer price one to get results. Well, we're going to do a test and find out. This sensor cost me $11.50 or 11 and change, and I think it's going to handle the deal. Next, we'll get into how to actually take it out and install it. Now that I've got a little better angle, I might be able to actually accomplish this. Woo, man, that thing was on there. So when reinstalling this, you might want to check your specs, what they say the torque specs are. I'm not sure what it is for your car. The key is don't over crank it. Supposedly you can crack these sensors because they are plastic. So I'm just going to snug it down with my ratchet when I get it back in the hole here. And I recommend you do the same. So here's a little side-by-side comparison. That's what came out on the right, and this is the new cheap version on the left. They look identical to me, except for the new one I got appears to only have one wire. The original actually had 2 wires, and so I'm not sure what the deal is with that, but it seems to be exactly like otherwise. Stop. Whoa, that came out of there really easily. I don't know why, but wow, I'm glad that fell apart in my hand right there. As I was going to drop it in the hole, this middle piece right here pulled out. And now that I slid it back in and clicked this little spring, it's secure. But man, I would hate to have put that in and it not have been fully connected, get a bad reading and assume it was the part versus just the install. So if you buy one of these cheap ones, just make sure that that is real tight together, and then that clip has sprung and it's holding it in secure, or that'll throw you for a loop. And I think the reason I was disconnected is it's kind of a challenge to get it in there while it's connected like that, because it's such a tight little hole down there. I'm going to use the wire to kind of just swing it in. And maybe I need to take this bolt out first and get it flat, and then come back, drop that bolt in. Oh man, it's really tight down there. Alright, looks like I'm almost lined up. That looks right. See if I can get some threads started here. Just by finger tightening here. Make sure it's going in the right way. All right, I got the thread started, so that's good. Just finger tightening it as far as I can go, which I think is going to be all the way flush. and then I'll just give it a little bit of snug with my ratchet. And hopefully that won't turn that position. It looks like I've got it lined up the same way it came out. Now, it would have been smart to wear some gloves because my hands are getting nicked up, and those gloves would have helped stop that. I'm just going to give it a little snug, not going to overdo it. Then just plug in this plug. We should be good to go. Click. Click, click, boom, it's in. All right, I'm gonna go fire this thing up and see if that light goes away. Now, I don't know if it's gonna turn right out or if it'll take some time to figure out that that sensor has been replaced. So let's see. Come on, light, go out. All right, so the light did not go out right away on its own. No worries. Got an answer for that. So typically, if you had a scan tool of your own, you could just clear the code with the motor off and the key in the on position. The other option is disconnect your battery, and that'll do it. All right, so here's a quick and dirty way to clear the codes. That check engine light. Basically, pull your battery terminal off. Negative side is fine. Put it back on and tighten it back up, obviously. But that'll clear the code. If the problem still exists, that code's going to come back relatively quick, but we'll check that. All right, as I said, removing that battery should have cleared that code. And sure enough, the code is gone. Check engine light's no longer lit, but let's see if it comes back. All right, so I'm assuming that's fixed the problem. If it comes back, I will get on here and edit this video and just let you know that either the cheap part didn't work or maybe I fixed the wrong issue. Just a word about that. So I got the code scanned. It said engine knock sensor. It was 11 bucks or 12 bucks, whatever, to buy one on Amazon and fix it. I was willing to spend that money and check and just confirm that that's the problem before checking the other options it could be. You know, it could be a computer issue, it could be a grounding issue, it could be a lot of other things, but for under 12 bucks, I was willing to throw a part at it because that is a part that's going to go bad. So if it had been a more expensive part, maybe, you know, 100 bucks, 200 bucks, 300 bucks, 400 bucks for that part, I would have diagnosed more in depth to confirm that I was replacing the part that was the problem and not just replacing a part when maybe it was a bad ground, a bad wire, or whatever else. So when throwing parts at things, you got to kind of weigh, does the cheap part justify just throwing a part at it if you don't know exactly how to diagnose the other possibilities? And in this case, for me, the answer was yes. So hope this video helps. Enjoy and have fun.